What's going on, Shiny Crew? I'm the SilverSlasher, and welcome to SilverDex, a weekly series where you guys vote for a Pokémon to be analyzed, explained, and improved. Be sure to slash that like button if you enjoy. Also, as a side note, I will acknowledge that last episode I had you guys vote for which of the 3 Johto starters you wanted to see, but I figured that in the spirit of the season, I'd make an episode about an Ice type. The Johto starter you voted for will come next week. Thanks for understanding. The Sharp Claw Pokemon Weavile is a Dark Ice-type Pokemon introduced in Generation 4, Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, as an evolution to the Generation 2 Pokemon Sneasel. It is number 461 in the National Dex, and has a Pokédex entry that reads, "They live in cold regions, forming groups of 4 or 5 that hunt prey with impressive coordination." Weavile has 2 possible abilities, being Pressure, which makes the opponent use 2 PP for 1 attack, and Pickpocket, which steals the opponent's item upon physical contact. It stands at 3 foot 7 inches or 1.1 meters tall, and weighs 75 pounds or 34 kilograms. Weavile is only in the Field Egg group, and gives 1 EV for attack and 1 for speed when it is defeated. To evolve your Sneasel into a Weavile, it must be leveled up while holding a Razor Claw. Ice, Poison, Dark, and Ghost type attacks are not very effective against Weavile. Normal, Dragon, Water, Electric, Grass, Ground, and Flying type attacks deal neutral damage. Fire, Fighting, Fairy, Rock, Steel, and Bug attacks are super effective, and Psychic type attacks do not affect Weavile. Weavile is not a bulky Pokemon, but it has a huge emphasis on its physical attack and speed. It has 70 HP, 120 attack, 65 defense, 45 special attack, 85 special defense, and 125 speed. This brings it to a stat total of 510. This makes Weavile a glass cannon. For those of you who don't know what that means, in short, Weavile moves fast and hits very hard, but cannot take a hit very well itself. Obviously, any fighting type move will destroy this thing, but aside from that, Weavile has the unfortunate disadvantage of having way too many weaknesses, with a grand total of 6. However, it does slightly make up for this with its immunity to psychic type attacks. I run a strange set for Weavile compared to most other people, being a Jolly Life Orb set with the Pressure ability, 252 attack EVs, 4 defense, and 252 speed. For moves, I run the move that seems to be on my set for every physical attacker, Swords Dance, as well as Icicle Crash, Knockoff, and Night Slash. Knockoff's first hit is very powerful and gets rid of the opponent's item, which a lot of Pokemon rely on, and Night Slash and Icicle Crash are powerful stab attacks. Some people run Ice Shard instead of Icicle Crash, but since my set is Jolly, I don't find the priority to be necessary. It should come as no surprise that I want the next step to be Mega Weavile. This designed by Forgotten Flygon on Pokémon looks pretty sick. A Pokédex entry that Mega Weavile could have is, its body has adapted to the freezing conditions it lives under and sprouted crystals of ice from its claws. I feel that an appropriate ability for Mega Weavile is Moxie, and I think it should stand slightly over Weavile at 3 foot 9 inches or 1.3 meters, and weigh a bit more at 92 pounds or 41.7 kilograms. As there is no type change upon Mega Evolution, the type matchups for Mega Weavile would be exactly the same as before. For stats, I want to see Mega Weavile gain boosts to its primary focuses, being its attack and speed, while also becoming more bulky than before. I feel this accurately represents how the Pokemon looks. Its attack has received a rather large buff of 30 stat points, its speed following that with a boost of 25, and small boosts to all of its defensive stats. This leaves it with 90 HP, 150 attack, 85 defense, 45 special attack, 90 special defense, and 150 speed, at a stat total of 610. This gives it a higher stat total than pseudo-legendary Pokemon, which are mostly Dragon types, a type that Weavile is strong against, and are mostly in the same tier as Weavile. A set that I may run for Mega Weavile might be an Adamant set with the same EV spread and moveset as before, but replacing Swords Dance with Ice Shard. With the attack buff and Adamant nature, I don't see Swords Dance being as necessary, and since it no longer has the speed buff from its nature, the priority Ice Shard will help. In my eyes, this would be a great next step for Weavile. Thanks for watching this week's episode of SilverDex. If you enjoyed, be sure to slash that like button down below. As I said at the start of this video, next week's episode will be one of the Johto starters. If you voted for one of them on the last video, there is no need to vote again. I'll be counting votes from both comment sections, so if you haven't voted already, you can leave it on this video too. This has been the SilverSlasher Wade Silver, and I will see you all next time on SilverDex.